Action.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Yeah. So, we're back. This is season 3, episode 4 of
Space the Fuck Out.
I let him do all the cursing so he can get in trouble. We don't have too many amounts of curse words that we could use on the show, but it's going to be a dope ass show. So,
absolutely,
if you are new to our podcast and YouTube, this is Space the Fuck Out, where we talk about anything and everything from culture and society to music and fashion, also speaking on situations and opportunities to grow when it comes to mental health. If you need the resources to reach out or talk to someone to advocate for yourself. We also are educators, so we work in the world of children and education and school systems, whereas though we have a first hand on not only the physical aspect of it, where it might come to restraints and everything from our past history with where we worked at, but now being more so an educator and trying to help groom and grow and, you know, show kids that we have a different perspective on life that can help them be more than the narrative that is set out for them. So for all the Martians who have been with us since day one, we appreciate you. If you are new to our channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely comment the most. If there's anything that you want to hear about, talk about, let us know. We do get feedback from a lot of people from who we work with, our close friends. As y'all saw before, episode 2, it was entitled 4 p.m. where we had a different perspective with a comedian and an artist, a rapper, who talked about a lot of emotional things. It was one of our best episodes. And then our last episode 3, was, you know, shout out to the chat, which has been supporting us from day one, and we always engage with them, just talking shit and talking about the things that we go through with different perspectives, just to give you something different from us. So today we have 2 amazing people that's with us, and we're going to the introductions to talk about them. But first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming out to be with us.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
Thank God for, you know, us being here. We fresh off of a day off from school. I don't know if y'all had a day off. Hopefully everybody wanted to vote. But other than that, we could dive right into it. You know, you could go first and talk about this lovely lady to the left of you.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little background first. I met her at I ain't gonna tell the place we worked at. I ain't gonna say that. I met her at my part-time job where we work with kids with mental health. It's crazy because one day she saw me. She was like, "Why you always looking mean? You know, you look so mean." And then we just start, you know, having conversations from there. That's when I found out she has her own clothing line, House of Diyah. So we've been connecting on that. You know, I bought a hat. I was supposed to wear my hat, but it didn't go with my outfit today. So, you know, but yeah, I met her at work. And it's crazy, you know, not only she was my coworker, she was my coworker again at my other job, where she had left. Sidebar. But it's crazy. You know, recently, you know, she was telling me how, you know, she took a break from her fashion line a little bit and to get back into it. And, you know, I see a lot of women who do fashion and things like that, but Diyah talks about it where she, you know, she has a lot of passion and she's not doing it just to do it. There's a story behind it, a vision, a love for it. And, you know, we have the lovely Diyah, aka House of Diyah, here with us today.
Oh, thank you. Thank
No
you.
problem.
That was cute.
Cute.
That was cute. You want me to
Yeah.
introduce? Okay.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Diyah. I'm the owner of House of Diyah. Like he said, House of Diyah is a clothing line. I started my brand back in 2017. It's created for the everyday girl and guy on the go, the movers and shakers, the hustlers that still want to be trendy and fashionable. We're a ready to wear / like streetwear brand. So I do everything from swimsuits to sweatsuits, crew necks, dresses, pretty much anything you throw at me. So that's pretty much the brand in itself. So yeah.
What's your handle where they can follow
Yeah, I was
you
about to
at
say that.
Oh, my
social media?
Instagram is at I am House of Diyah. I have my own website as well, www.houseofdiyah.com. And then the other Instagram is at houseofdiyah_.
Own website. She got money. She fancy.
It's a good change.
Exactly. All right, so it's my turn. The guy to the right of me. Let me see how far we go back. I was working at University of Penn.
Mm.
And
How long ago was that?
A long time ago. Right. It's a dub. And I was co-workers with his wife, and we were working in the emergency department. And I was able to meet this gentleman, and from the beginning we clicked, especially for our love of music. So when I first moved into my apartment in Cecil B. Moore, I used to collect vinyls, records. And on my records, I had a high ceiling like the one that we in right now. So I used to pin all the records up, different genres and everything. You know, growing up in New York, my grandma listened to anything and everything.
Right.
So I would have Diana Ross right here next to DeBarge, next to DMX, next to Snoop Dogg, next to Michael Jackson. So I wanted to make this amazing mural, and I was struggling on trying to find where to get vinyl records and everything. I know that downtown on Market Street used to be able to walk where it turned into a city blue, but you used to be able to walk down the steps and go buy whatever records you want from crates where they stopped at. So I was talking to Britt about it, and she had told me about her husband. So he got all of this stuff. So I remember the first time I went all the way out to Northeast, and I think you were about to move.
Yeah.
And he had at least 30 crates, like just grab whatever you want. And I was like a kid in the candy shop, just taking all of these crates. From that, I had a birthday party at Soul Control, one of the retails.
Ooh.
Right now it's called Suplex. But Soul Control, I had my birthday party inside of a sneaker store.
I remember.
And I had a giveaway. If you had
money,
if you had the best sneakers for a male, you won $1,000. If you had the best sneakers for a female, you won $500. And we had raffle tickets, and the raffle tickets was worth $1,500 if they called your name and you won. Yeah. And this guy DJ, my birthday party. Y'all know him now as DJ Equip. To me, he Radio Raheem, aka DJ Hip Hop Head 215. That's how far we go back. But always been there for me. I remember going to your birthday party. Where was that? Benny the Bums, all the way out there.
That was
it was crazy.
Yeah.
I always had a great time with this gentleman. He does anything and everything, and I'm gonna let him divulge into, his lifestyle and everything. But the reason why I really wanted to bring him on here is because of the change that he's making in the city. A crazy and positive change that which a lot of people talk about, but nobody really puts into action. Absolutely. He doesn't do it for the likes, the comments, or the subscribers or whatever. He just do it out of his heart. Also, we was into the whole sneaker thing. When I would call him and his big brother, be like, all right, I'll make sure you get this and that. This the stuff that me and Khalif talked about. Khalif know him. So all of the trying to fight for sneakers and standing in line, I could just call him and he could make it happen.
Yeah. Well, like G said, no, it's definitely DJ Equip. Actually, I dropped the DJ. It's just Equip. I mean, I'm still a DJ. It's just we shortened it up. It just went with the brand and went with the whole bio. But besides that, I'm definitely a philanthropist in the city. We actually just won an Emmy. Shout out to my
brother. Congratulations, man.
That's big time.
Won an Emmy.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, you know what? And the crazy thing about it, we always say talk your shit, but the crazy thing about it, we need to brag about it.
No, for real. Absolutely.
Like, don't downplay your stamp.
Yeah.
Because if you don't brag on it, nobody else will.
Right.
So, that's definitely what my brother and my sister Nadira, shout out to them, shout out to the whole team of Pull Flags, Not Guns. This will be our 10th year coming up this May. We've been doing it for kids inner city and out of the city. We're definitely going to indulge more into that as the interview goes. Yeah. But, just to shed a little light on that, celebrity DJ, city DJ, wedding DJ, we knocking down barriers. So just any question, let's just go. I just set right there where we can go with anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so let's dive into the questions. A lot of our viewers do not know who you guys are. So I want to know more about, y'all story, why y'all do what y'all do, and
like what was the driving force that got you into clothing and wanting to go? Because you know everybody do clothing lines. COVID came, and if you wanted that $30,000 or whatever, all you had to do was slap a logo on the t-shirt and they gave you that free money.
Right.
So everybody got a t-shirt brand that they get the H&M t-shirts. No disrespect to Mabel Marie, but whatever, I don't care.
That's what it is.
And then everybody want to DJ, or everybody want to do this and think they're philanthropists because they done gave out some turkeys or a coat to somebody, but nobody don't put in the legwork. So what was y'all driving factors or motivation that led y'all to this point right now?
I'll let you go first.
Oh,
ladies first.
For me, I would say my mom. I'm a grandmom's kid. My grandma raised me, so she taught me how to sew, and I just kind of ran with it. Like I would play in her clothes and tie up her good church clothes, and then one day she just sat me down and was like, "No, I'm gonna teach you how to sew." I thought I was gonna get a beating, but she was like, "No, I'm gonna actually teach you how to sew," and I just kind of ran with it. In my household, education is of the utmost importance. So she was like, "Make sure you go get your degree and everything like that, and then come back to fashion." So for me, I just feel like she's really the motivation behind it.
Okay.
I started off working downtown at Ann Teller. It's not there anymore. I was a sales associate / like we had to have clients that would come in the store. So like closet organizer, wardrobe stylist type vibe. I would go out. You would build a clientele list because people would come in and spend thousands of dollars with you. And it led me to doing their closets. So that is how I got into closet organization in Rittenhouse. From there, I was able to do like, I went to Philly Fashion Week and I was able to be an assistant wardrobe stylist there. From there, I met P&B Rock's team, and that's how I ended up being one of his wardrobe stylist people.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in peace to that man.
Yes. Wardrobe style for him, A Boogie with the Hoodie, and then Dave East. This was before they was like
New York.
Yes. So this was before they was like super big, and I was just a no-name person just working, trying to get it together. And then eventually I was like, I just want to do my own thing. I want to take the risk and just do my own clothing line. It was something I always wanted to do and was inspired to do. So I just took the chance on myself, and House of Diyah just grew. I started with like my last $97. I had 3 t-shirts, a bodycon dress, and like a one-piece swimsuit. I cut and sew the majority of my pieces. So I'm on that sewing machine. Right. So yeah, I was in it with $1 in a dream, literally, and just took it from there. So my motivation is definitely my grandma. She was a hard worker, and she raised us to be hard workers and just follow our dreams. So I guess I could say that, like, my girl.
Was that the Ann Taylor across the street from Boyd's?
Around the corner.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Boys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Yeah.
So so for me, which part we want to go through first? Do we want to go to the DJ aspect or the philanthropist? So
I mean,
a combination of both.
Both. All right.
But
So
the DJ is what got you your swag, your aura, and everything, and then the philanthropy is just like that's just the cool, calm, and collective aspect of it.
we're gonna start on rough times. So the philanthropist came from, just like she said, grandma.
Grandma is a staple in the family.
Grandma was a staple definitely in my family. My mother, she was addicted in life. Definitely coming in that 80s lifestyle, and that's something I would never shy away, and because it's somebody out there that has a story just like mine that's younger who don't know how to react to life.
Right.
So my grandma, which is my dad's mom, rest in peace to my dad as well. He wasn't in my life as much. He lived that street life, if you know what I mean, that real street life. So she took me and my brother under the wing. She was a social worker for the city. So being a social worker for the city, in the summer, I would go with her to work and see her deal with dealing with the homeless kids and the families and all that. And I would play with these kids like it was regular things. I just knew that they didn't have a home. So, building relationships with these kids and, seeing them go through hard times. And mind you, I'm probably around 10, 9 or whatever. I'm going to work with her every summer, every day. So that kind of instilled in the giving back factor.
Gotcha.
So you didn't know what was going on at a certain time to understand what jewel I was getting right then and there. So that's where the philanthropist came in, and just like one day, you know, we were like, yo, let's just do something. And I was connected with a couple other people. Shout out my man Neo Davis, my man Salim. You know, you got regardless of where life is, you gotta shout out where you started at. Let's just say that. And did a couple turkey drives, things of that nature with these guys. And then it just spun off to start doing your own thing, because in life we all connect with certain people, but you know, you have your own drive as well. So me and my brother M. Dot, we had formed something, and that's when Pull Flags was born. But it's deeper than just a flag football game that we do. You know, we go out Chester, feed the homeless. We giving out turkeys in our city. You know, we doing book bag drives. You know, we donating money to little leagues. You know, as of right now, I don't even know if I'm gonna say it, if I'm gonna air it, but I'm gonna air it. You know, the football team, Sturgis Hornets, that I'm co-president with my brother Daryl and Big Daryl on. We're gonna donate some money to Kata Scott's family. Okay. The young lady who just passed away recently. So that's coming up within a couple days. You know, so big shout out to Daryl and the Sturgis Hornets. So that's where all that comes from, and we still growing, because the thing is just to give hope to another young lady, young brother who's in the street who don't know, you know, that listen, y'all got power in so many ways. You know, you don't have a 9-to-5 to always give you that power. You have it, and you just don't know how to use it. So that's me on the philanthropist side.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the DJ side?
The DJ side? Oh my God.
You trying to pull away from the DJ side.
Listen, the DJ side started 9th grade. Grandma again brought them turntables. I was doing high school parties, soft ops, everything. If you went to Washington Fells, wherever, any school Northeast, because I went to Lincoln, shout out to the L. Everybody knew me. That was the same person I am now is the same person I was then. I wasn't no shy dude, anything like that. I got to be the standout dude. That's just who it is. That's my character. I don't have to be the standout flamboyant, but that's who I am. Listen, you're going to know I'm here. You know, that craft took me to, you know, getting in record pools with like Cosmic Kev, Diamond Cuts back before, you know, she was big on the scene, and, you know, a lot of people. I had mentors like DJ Mackey and, you know, my brother DJ Q. It's a lot of people, but that was just a stepping stone. You know, being around Bobby Dance, you know, being in them clubs and seeing people like DJ Boo and all those, and getting you where you need to be. The thing about the DJ game, you just got to be around the right people.
Right.
You just got to know how to network, be around the right people. But the craft,
who you know.
It's always who you know, but you still got to have the craft. The craft is already there. The craft was there. Yeah. That wasn't a problem. You know, from Taking Heights to stepping on the same stage as Method Man and Redman and Trina. You know, DJing on those sets.
Okay.
You know, DJing for a list of celebrities for our celebrity weddings as well. Shout out to my Action Newscast, you know, my crew, doing a couple weddings for them, those people. You know, it grew into something that you never thought, from coming from a basement to being on main stages. You just like, yo.
Right.
Y'all paying me $2,500 to just do this? But I'm not just doing it. I'm entertaining. Yeah. I'm giving you what you're paying me for.
And that was the best part, how, you know, we connected, because at Soul Control, my whole purpose was try to get whoever I could to come out there. It's my birthday party. I never had a birthday. I don't, you know,
Facts.
I hate, you personally know I don't care for birthdays. Birthdays are, best holiday is Halloween. I don't care about nothing else.
Say less.
So for my birthday, it was like, all right, I'm going to have it at the sneaker store, because I was always in the sneaker store. I probably had 50 pairs of sneakers in there that I was trying to resell. And when I explained it to him, he was like, don't worry about nothing. I got you. I'm like, but they want to hear that. He said, don't worry about nothing. not only did he do his set and play his music, but he was out there dancing, line dancing, that entertaining people.
Right.
Like, it's just not a DJ who just stay behind the booth and do whatever. He entertains. He will
Interacting
be
with the
right
crowd
there,
and
interacting with
yeah.
everybody, dancing and everything. And he's always been that way. And that's why I said, like, before the philanthropist part that I knew and I've grown to admire, I saw the swag and the aura that he had, because I swear this man was doing silent music parties before everybody else with the headphones.
Yeah.
I swear he was doing
Facts.
it, because I saw multiple posts and I'm
Facts.
like, yo, people got headphones on and you switch to his station, you see people getting it like, what the fuck is, excuse me, what the hell are they listening to?
Mhm.
And then it's like, I swore he started that, but listen, that's just something and this was hip hop head 215
Yeah.
Right.
before he became the DJ Equip. But the philanthropy part, I remember when you first started and I was like, damn, like, cause with all the youngins or whatever, we
Yeah.
have a Thanksgiving football game.
Okay.
And we go out to Chestnut Hill and we play, and this was gonna be our 4th annual one that we have. And I get like people together. We had a softball game and all that type of stuff. So when I first saw yours, I'm thinking like, damn, that's crazy that you could bring these people together, because if you just looking at it on Instagram, it's like, oh, all right, they having a flag football game. But the power that came from it, because if you know the people, you be like, oh, that's a street dude right there, or that boy might have put in some work, or
Right.
he looks scary any other day of the week.
Everybody think that.
Everybody think that, but to come out there and to watch them like playing football and all that, and the message and the power that it had behind, like, pull flags, not guns. Like, to think about it, like, yo, them two people is from different parts of the city. Oh, that's Southwest. And this person from here, they might have had beef with each other, but on this football field, through this guy's vision, we wasn't about to do that. We was about to have fun and all that. Listen, the same way we could shake hands after, oh, you just bust my ass with this Randy Moss play, or I just scored on you, is the same way we could let this beef subside and die down, because it's bigger things in the city to strive for. And then as I continuously saw it grow, I'm just saying to myself, like, damn. And I would, every once in a while, talk to his wife, whether it was through April, or shout out to everybody that was at Hup, Bruce, Scrap, John, my mom who was working there with them and was everybody's supervisor in the Trauma Bay, Norm. Whether I was talking to Britt just to see how everything was with the family and all of that type of stuff, or just thinking about a time where we was looking to get sneakers or whatever, when I see his brother or whatever the case may be, I saw it and I'm like, damn, Britt, like, I'm really proud of him. It's multiple times where even when we was supposed to have a party, I hit him up like, yo, if I need this, can we get it? Matter of fact, for her birthday party that we just was, with Casey and he was supposed to be the DJ. But, she went with a different DJ or whatever the case may be. So, he's always been a part of my life when it comes to that. And I've always sat from a distance and admire. And for me to see that he got an Emmy, that's crazy, because we can idolize celebrities. We could go online. Damn, such and such died. I never met that person in my life, but I'm giving them a special shout out. You dig what I'm saying? That's what we do. But to see somebody that I physically know, that I can call, I could text, yo, what's up? I'm proud of you. Just to say something as simple as to give them trophies, because, females get roses, men get the trophies. Like, this man won an Emmy. And on his Instagram page that I added you on, you see him holding an Emmy. Most people will never in their life be able to even come across the fathom the thought of holding an Emmy. So for him to have that, it's like, damn, the city of brotherly love. Like, this, he shows why it's the city of brotherly love. You get what I'm saying? And the sewing aspect that I wanted to say for you, that's a lost art. So just imagine how many, like, now we could talk about stereotypes. We could talk about females who may not know how to cook, females who may not know how to clean, because in today's society, what we deal with, especially with our students, all they doing is showing their bodies, they showing their ass, or they got to be provocative. But the simple fact that grandmom taught you how to sew, which is a lost art, but I know you got bandages and everything, pricking your fingers and bleeding all the time. But in order to be able to do that, you are ahead of the game. And just imagine if you wanted to teach, or you wanted to have a session to empower women, just to say, hey, we're going to talk our shit, we're gonna have our wine, and I'm gonna teach you how to sew, and just to give everybody an opportunity. Like, that's a dope concept that you sew, because that's difficult to do. Sewing is difficult you have to have patience, you have to have an eye, you have to have a vision to go around those curves and learn how to move and maneuver when it comes to sewing. And that most people don't have that. So you guys are playing like a serious role in changing the narrative that they see for African Americans, because nobody gonna think this about you. How my man got an Emmy, he don't look like it, or whatever case
I
may
get
be.
that all the time.
Right. And then they gonna say, well, you just look like fashion, but damn, I didn't know you was organizing people closets and you put in the work, working at Ann Taylor and then doing this. I'm pretty sure you volunteered for people. I'm pretty sure you did internships and everything that they don't know about the grind and the hustle and having $97 to your name to say, I'm going to step out on the ledge and just, shoot my shot because, you believed in yourself. So that's dope.
Right.
Thank you.
Also, y'all did mention how grandma was a big staple in your lives and things like that, but who were some of the people that you guys looked up to, like in fashion, TV, television? Yeah.
Ooh, so Marc Jacobs is like one of the first designers for me that I saw as a kid that just made me want to be in fashion even more. And then as, of course, as I got older and as the years went on, these pink lips, Idris Bonner.
Oh, yeah.
I love her. I love everything about her. So she's a designer that has inspired me. Brittany D. Shields. I think she's dope. Like I love, what is it? ADW. I cannot remember her name, but her brand is dope. Like I like those kind of designers that's still grinding, that's still,
Putting in the work.
Yeah. Those are the ones that inspire me. The ones that you see working a 9 to 5 and still going to go do what they have to do for their brand and their business. So those are just a few. And then with Marc, it's just the way he's been able to reinvent the brand Marc Jacobs that's amazing to me. Like I love that. I think that's so dope. So those are just a little few for me.
No, just I was a big movie buff growing up, so any sound I heard, any little thing like that, I made beats for a while, so I'm that intrigued a lot of music. I listen to rock, country, all that, because a lot of that stuff is still hip hop. People just don't realize it. And then when it came to the DJ aspect, I'm telling you, Juice turned me out. Juice turned me out in 1992. Listen, that was like mayhem.
The movie, right?
Yeah, that was mayhem. Just seeing, Omar Epps cutting that up and all that. I'm like, oh God, you can do that, and the way you could just make the crowd react. If it take one guy or a lady, it doesn't matter, and you can control a whole room. It's golden.
That definitely is the power. I remember like that scene is crazy where they was doing beforehand, then he had to come back in. It's like the battle aspect of it. That's like playing 1-on-1. That's Kobe Bryant versus MJ. And for him, like it could give you goosebumps watching it. It gives you goosebumps because it's like, yo, he's really that nice. Yeah. But he on his head, he thinking about somebody just got murdered. Exactly. But he's really that he's killing it. Literally, and you would never know. Yeah. So Juice was something else.
So,
where that take place at? Juice took place where?
New York,
right? Exactly.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure I knew that. New York,
actually,
baby.
To be exact, Harlem, USA.
Yep. Harlem. So we talked about movies, movie buff and all of that. Are you in the movies, House of Diyah?
Kinda a little bit. My black card might get revoked today.
No,
I've never watched Juice, Paid in Full. Only thing I've seen is like,
New York, by the way.
Shout out to my brother Mo, because he didn't watch. We got him to watch Juice, Boys in the Hood when he got to college. He never even heard.
He gotta relax.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's like a rites of passage. That's like a staple.
But he
all right, hold on.
Let me not get this.
How old is he?
Right. He's my age.
What's that?
33?
32. I'm 32. Don't try to actually hear him.
All right. So he can get a pass. I got y'all about 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I know I don't look my age.
Yeah.
I know.
No, he ain't getting no pass?
No. The reason why he gets a pass, because his lifestyle was different growing up.
What that mean? He ain't had no TV? He ain't had BET?
He
ain't get VHS?
TV.
No, this nigga don't get no pass.
He probably didn't have an old head. He probably didn't have an older brother.
Where did he grow up at? What city?
He grew up Montgomery County, but his parents are from if I'm not mistaken, Nigeria. So it's just like he didn't grow up in that household of just like.
So he probably didn't see. All right, he probably get a little.
But
pass.
we got him. We got him.
He's straight.
He's straight now.
Can he quote like 3 lines?
No.
He could definitely quote Juice. He loved Juice. He fell in love with
if
Juice.
he can't do Menace Society, we're gonna 86 him.
Oh, we
See,
I don't know, Mo.
that's the thing.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. What are you talking about?
Look, I watch all those movies. I grew
You
up.
better go South Central, Menace to Society.
Oh, Mo,
Juice.
they killing you right now. I got you. I got you, Mo.
Oh,
Like,
God.
come on. If we gonna go there, paid in
But-
full.
It's crazy you ain't see Paid in Full.
It was when it would come on TV, I just wouldn't watch it. Like it just didn't do nothing for me. I seen Boys in the Hood and
You see my face right now?
all
She
the
just
other
said
good
she-
stuff, but
Poetic Justice.
I've seen it.
That's because it's a
Jason
female.
Lyric.
Of course, I've seen
See,
it.
that's what I'm saying. When it
But
comes,
I ain't gonna lie though. Those
Belly, like I've
Belly,
seen,
yeah.
like
Oh, no,
Blue
you
Hill
only care about
Ave.
the black female
Exactly.
movies. You Tyler Perry. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Wait, Tyler Perry and his
Y'all
hate
not
no
gonna
black
say-
people ass.
Jason Lyric was a thorough movie. I feel like that movie get overlooked. a lot.
no. That's power in that movie.
Yeah, it's a
Power
lot of
in that
power in the
movie. It's
movie.
power in
I
Love
don't think it's a
Jones.
love movie.
Jason Lyric was a love
It
movie.
was.
It was a love movie, but it was more. I felt like it was more so like a combination of just like love mixed with just like hood.
No,
Like,
it was still
everyday life.
It was everyday life, but it still was love because it was about him falling in love with a girl
Yeah.
and him loving his brother so much that he didn't know how to live his
Yeah,
own
yeah.
life.
Mhm.
So he was living
Yeah.
life for his brother. Like
That's true.
anytime his brother will fuck up, he's like, "Oh my God, I gotta fix it."
Yeah,
No, you have your own separate life, and that's what we
Yeah.
do right now.
yeah, absolutely. Trying
So
to balance.
a lot of those
That's true.
movies, they were really, like I said before, off camera. Those was the resumes to our life, and what I mean by that, it showed you how to
Mhm.
guide and walk through life.
Right.
Listen, I love you. You're my brother, G, but I'm sorry, I gotta cater to my wife over here.
Right.
I get it. You keep getting locked up, you keep doing whatever, but I can't be there always.
Yeah.
That's what that whole thing was about.
And just to touch on that, I do feel like that's what this generation is missing in regards to films and movies.
Correct.
you know?
Correct.
Because growing up seeing those things, even though when those provocative parts would come, your parents would tell you to close your eyes or don't watch this part right
Yeah.
here, or you when it was coming on late at night, you got to watch that
Yeah.
part. Like even Baby Boy, like
Shout out to Baby.
yeah, shout out to Baby Boy.
Woof. That was that
Wa-
movie.
Watching that.
I saw that.
Okay.
That's because it had to do with a
Listen, no, my
Taraji.
oldest sister was born in the 80s, so I know a little something.
Hold on, what do you mean the 80s? You saying the 80s like the 80s super old.
I mean,
How old is she?
Damn.
she like what, 38, 39? So,
Born in the 80s.
yeah, I think it's what it is.
She's younger than me. This
But
made me feel like an antique.
I would be up with her watching like in living color, things like that. So I know a little something up, you know.
You were like 5.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Gee, now you make me feel super old.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with each movie, like Jason's lyrics, with the rain scene, every movie that we talked about,
Yeah.
Poetic Justice, those braids that every woman loves now. They gotta have those Poetic Justice braids. Then
Lockdown.
you got
Locked Up, or
who?
was it Lockdown where the swimmer?
Swimmer.
Oh,
Talk about Willis.
no. All right, so that was a classic.
Yeah.
Lockdown was a movie where
Oh, the bald-head brother. He played
yeah,
in
the
wood.
bald head brother, bro.
Yeah. That came out mid-90s. That wasn't a classic.
Yeah,
You don't think that was a
That
classic?
was like a BET joint that
Yeah.
went
Oh,
somewhere.
it was
I never heard about that.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
BT movie.
I
You
need to
got-
it had Master P in it.
Oh,
I'm thinking all that.
yeah.
exactly.
That was after Players Club, brother, because Ronnie was in there.
That was Tubi before Tubi.
Yeah. We're going to cancel that.
You got paid in full, iconic quotes, niggas die every day, B.
Yeah.
You had the Inkwell.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, that was a crazy,
see,
you know,
yeah,
that was
that's
the
an
if we
old
go to
movie.
that
being a young
catalog,
African American man,
Exactly.
you know, trying to get that old head.
But see, the thing about, so since you touched on the Inkwell, a lot of people don't even realize who even watched the Inkwell. Do you know?
No, I don't know anything
All right, so
about
the
that one.
Inkwell is let's be politically correct. So everybody else goes to Wildwood for
Yeah.
vacations. And,
Okay.
you know everybody else.
Yeah.
Back in the 60s, African Americans will go to Martha's Vineyard. That's in Boston. That's where the Inkwell was originally formed.
Right.
That's where we would migrate.
Mm.
That was the island. That was that was our New Jersey.
Right.
And it's a true story.
Yeah.
This is Bible. Like when I mean Bible, meaning this is the truth. So, and again, who taught me that was my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was like, no, you know, black folks used to migrate to Martha's Vineyard. That's in Massachusetts. That was their New Jersey. That was their place, you know, for the ones that definitely had some money. And if you had money, you know, your family lived there, I guess that's where you would go.
Yeah.
And it's an island. I was like, damn, I didn't even know that. I have an old head, shout out to my old head, Mal, he still takes his family there. So it's just weird. But it's funny because stuff like that is starting to die out. Like I just said Martha's Vineyard. Everybody's like, what the hell is that? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, hold up, what the hell is that?
I know what Martha's Vineyard is.
Everybody else probably don't.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
people that's gonna see this and be like, what the hell is that? You know,
What?
but
So you recently just won an Emmy. Just because I always see, I don't watch the Emmys. I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch the Emmys as much, but I do watch it for the red carpet. I ain't gonna lie.
You sure that's no? You sure about the Emmy? All right. I thought the Grammy do a red carpet or Oscars.
No, Emmys do red carpet too.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah. I'm not wrong, right?
You might not
I
be.
think so.
I-
No, I feel like they.
But
You might. No, you're all right.
So
They
so
do
they
red
may,
carpet.
but it's not. It's more so.
it's not as
black
broad.
tie affair. Like
Yeah.
so, the Emmys is more
I
so
just-
a strict.
So it's a couple Emmys. Let's just
Right,
be
right,
clear.
right.
Okay.
Let's just be clear.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we won a Mid-Atlantic Emmy. So the Mid-Atlantic Emmy is basically all East Coast far as news reporting.
Yep.
Then you have the Emmys that like the actors.
All right, yeah,
Okay,
all right,
okay.
all right.
Yeah, it's different.
Okay,
But regardless,
that's dope.
It's-
That's dope.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
still everybody
Yeah,
still
yeah.
get the lady with the wings and the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
Bottom line, everybody still gets
But
that trophy.
I think it's
Okay.
great for people to know that because all we know is that, you know, the actors, the film, the
Exactly.
movies.
So
we
when-
don't see the different.
when the thing came about us winning an Emmy. And everybody like, you want an Emmy? Like, for real Emmy? And I'm like, yeah. An Emmy. Like a 14 karat
Right.
gold lady. Yes, we want an Emmy. So let me just give you a little backstory how the Emmy came about.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cheyenne. She was at Fox News. Right now she's at Channel 6. I want to say she's a Lincoln alumni or Cheney, one of them. Don't get me confused. But shout out to Cheyenne. She came out and did a story on us in 2024. Followed a couple of my guys from Pull Flags, put like the headgear on us, did a full like interview while we were playing football, the whole nine. I didn't expect this. Interviewed some of the little kids because we have a 2-day event. One Saturdays is for all the little league teams, Sundays is for the adults.
Gotcha.
And the adults, we have people that fly in, you know, from Miami, Toronto, all over just to play this flag football game. But you have to remember, all the proceeds and the cause go to little kids. So, you know, they're pouring it out. Like they're doing it all up. Food trucks, whole nine, everything. So when you see this happen and the news come, they're like, what is this? Who are you? We're doing a story.
Right.
No big money behind us, no big company behind us. Nonprofit.
Gotcha.
You know, we have companies behind us, Wawa, Hers, things of that nature, but they don't give checks. They give food, you know, we give out things of that nature. So they loved the interview so much, they came back out on Sunday, interviewed the adults. Had a good interview. Everything was great. You know, let's fast forward. We just put it out on Instagram, just a regular whatever. I get a text probably this July. Hey, you're nominated for an Emmy. Yeah, right. What are you talking about? I'm sitting there on my couch. I'm like,
Who called you?
Cheyenne did.
Okay.
From Fox. So her and her videographer, Michael, shout out to Michael. They submitted it to the 43rd Mid-Atlantic Emmys. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Sent me a text of the whole thing. Cause I needed that. I'm like, I
you needed
say
that
she was lying
confirmation.
or anything
Yeah.
like that. I'm just like, yeah, right. Sent that through. I sent it to my brother. I sent it to Nadir, PR, and the whole team. And they're like, yo. So the Emmys was probably a month ago, something like that. I'm out driving, doing something. My sister called. She said, hey, the awards tonight, right? Like, what awards? What are you talking about? It's like the Emmys. And this is me being dead
you wasn't
serious.
even
I'm like, oh, yeah, I think we didn't go. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Y'all got invited?
I don't remember.
All right.
I don't remember. I know she went, I know Cheyenne went, and I know the photographer went. But it didn't matter.
All right.
It didn't matter. Just being nominated
Yeah.
from
It's a big thing.
a story that came straight from the heart, that's where, you know, it doesn't even matter. You know, it's just the fact that everybody's seen it. That's all I cared about. About 10:30 at night, she sends me a text. Didn't say nothing. It was just a video. As soon as I'm looking at the video, you won. I like cried like a baby, the whole nine. Called my brother like, yo, we won an Emmy. Are you serious? Oh my effing God, da 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 da. I'm like, we won an Emmy. I'm right upstairs, told the kids, told everybody. I'm like, yo. Then she sent a picture, them holding the Emmy. Said, I'll get with y'all next week. I'm like, oh shit, we won an Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
We won an Emmy. And from there, it's just like, God, if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody could do it. But a lot of people don't realize that. And all it did was come from a story. And when I mean a story, just my truth. Just me, you know, saying, listen, I'm here. I'm out here helping these kids for this reason. You know, I don't want them to end up like me, X, Y, and Z, or friends that I know, and things of that nature. And, you know, the video that I seen, it was like everybody in the room, it was probably about 500 to 1,000 people in this room, all seeing my face on this big screen. And I was like, oh, wow. So just from that, you know, I've been getting recognition from my job, University of Penn.
University of Penn, that was big time.
You know, the CEO of Penn, you know, they, you know, they're handing over, you know, checks now and things of that nature and acknowledging and want to be a part of it. And is something that you would never think, because we always think, you know, I gotta be a rapper, I gotta be a hustler, I gotta be this, you know, and there's nothing wrong with these things, but the kids don't know that it's deeper than, you know, the forefront. You know, even the gentleman, you know, who the engineer at these studios, you get what I'm saying? Like, these dudes be top notch. This dude know Jay-Z. This dude know that. They don't understand that. They think because he presses the buttons, he's the nobody guy. No, he's the guy that everybody needs. And that's you know, nobody's bigger than the program.
And that we've been saying that a lot lately, especially within our group chat when we be talking shit in the group chat. Nobody bigger than the program, because, you know, collectively, all of our peers and everybody who we've dealt with helped push us.
Exactly.
Because this came from us working at Devro and we just talking. And I know I used to have my own little YouTube channel with just about sneakers and buying sneakers and going around the world getting sneakers and getting them early or whatever. And then he said that he did it before. And I was like, yo, that'd be crazy if we did a podcast about sneakers. I mean, just anything and everything. And then we had people push us. And then it all started. We used to go to Applebee's. That was our thing with our group. Every time we said, yo, let's go to Applebee's. So when we go to Applebee's, I got a list in my phone, nonstop notes of questions that we would just ask. So I would sit there, he would sit there, and all of our group friends, we would just get their perspectives. It was mainly more females, get their perspectives and their, you know, the thoughts on what they figured, how they felt about these situations, to find a way to, you know, pick up on how to talk about these things in front of the camera. And then we did our pilot in a dining room, just going back and forth. Right. And it just started to build and grow. But we get that support from everybody else because nobody's bigger than the program, like you said. And the inspiration and the motivation, whether it comes from my abuela or a grandmom or a brother or a situation like, as we know, especially when we in school, right now, it could be a fight, it could be something going on. But if you go into that parking lot, everybody got a football. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're not an athlete, everybody want to throw the football, everybody want to catch a football. So for the simple fact of that's something that unified everybody to pull flags, like to think about it, pull a flag. Everybody can't play flag football. Everybody not that athletic. Everybody don't get that opportunity. But you give everybody that opportunity to say, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your stature is, your weight, or anything. You have an opportunity to come out here and make a difference.
He must have been listening to my interviews.
I mean,
Because I swear that's on like one of my interviews from like 2 years ago on Facebook or something like that. Because that was the cause. You know, now we have a young lady team. They had won like the championship like a year ago. Okay. So we have a ladies team. But exactly that's what it was for. It started out with just 20 of us. And the reason being, let's do something together. And you could have been there, you could have been there, you could have been there. And half of the people didn't even know half of y'all. And it was just like, we get together. And then the next day you see so-and-so at the gas, say, hey, what's going on? Right. And that's how it built. And that's how it started. Like I said, we started out with 20 people. The next time we did it, we probably had about 100. After that, we probably had about 300. Then we had a crowd. Then we had food. Then we had official shirts. Then we, so, as they say, Rome wasn't built overnight, and definitely, the program put it all together because everybody's part of the program. This wasn't a me thing. This wasn't an M. Dot thing, which is my brother. This wasn't, a Nadira thing, which is my PR, my sister, the president who runs everything, because nothing goes on without her. I can't even say it's so bad to where as though I can't even say, listen, I had this young lady here. She does clothes. She has $1 million she wants to sponsor. No, I need her information. I need all this. I want all this. Da 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 da. Listen, Tasty Cake is involved. No, they're not giving us this. They're like it's it's like to the point where I can't even run it. But that's a good thing because you can't do everything. So, and that's where we go with nobody's bigger than the program because you can't do it all. She can't do it all. She can't go sew the whole shirt, then do the logo, then do this. If she got to go to China and get the shirts, then she got to go to China and get the shirts because it's too much to do it all. You're going to burn yourself out. Like, I've been down the road of the clothing line. like my brother, M. Dot, Expensive Habits, I'm talking about from direct to garment to heat transfer to silk screen. We done had a 8-head silk screen. Listen, been there, take the tag. You got to get real.
No, for sure.
And people don't understand.
For sure. I feel like, within the past 2 years, I've moved into letting go more and just giving my manufacturer more responsibilities, especially as my brand grows. You
can't listen.
You can't. You literally can't. You can't. Even with my models and things like that, I've started delegating tasks to some of my OG models that have been with me since the beginning, that have the experience. When it comes to those model castings and things that I'm looking for, I just hand it off to them now.
You have to. Yes, because if you're up there, you're about to sign, a couple checks. How you gonna sign checks? Get her dressed. Make sure that's right. You gotta trust somebody in the process.
Sure. I was about to say, I felt like a lot of people look at the success, the glitz and glamour of everything, but what would be some of y'all challenges that you guys have faced in the industry, whether that's the fashion industry, television, movies, DJing, because we all live in a world where I felt like it's the crabs in a bucket mentality. So it's like I don't want, I watched an interview. Gilly said he didn't want. He was having an interview with what was the rapper boy that's in one of 50 Cent shows. What's his name?
It's like everybody.
No. He's in Raising Kanan.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey Badass.
Joey Badass. So Joey Badass was, basically having a conversation with Gilly, and Gilly, he was like, "Yo, I want my brother. I will put my brother in a position, or whoever in a position, even if they're gonna do better than me." And Gilly, he said no, he wouldn't put somebody in a position he felt like it's gonna be a threat to him. So, being so we are in industries where people, do not want to, help elevate other people, what would be some of the roadblocks and challenges that you guys have faced in this fickle industry?
Okay. When it comes to fashion, I would say, I guess that crabs in a barrel mentality that you're speaking of, people that had clothing lines, I would go to them and ask them well, who's your manufacturer, like where you go to get your shirts or something like that. And they would either give me the runaround or wouldn't say it at all. Like they would look at me like I was crazy. When it came to doing fashion shows, you're asking people who are in these top shows, like, okay, so what's the fee for the fashion show? And they won't even tell you, but then they'll turn around and tell somebody else that they think is not competition or that they're not intimidated by. That was one thing that was a challenge. And what's the other thing? I forgot it, but I literally just forgot. It was on the tip of my tongue. But that was the biggest thing for me. Like you would think these people would help you, and no, they wasn't on that.
And everybody want a fee for it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want a fee for something they don't own. Definitely ran across that a couple times, but you know, just with being a DJ, trying to get music, you know, certain things that used to be on vinyl, not on vinyl, you know, it's not on MP3. Hey, can I get this, and that? Either they want to get you to run around, they want to charge you. And my thing is kind of like what she said. It's like, how can you charge me for something you don't own? You know, but that goes back to, I think this mentality right here goes back, and I always say this, and people think it's a joke. So we all seen Life. I hope we seen Life.
Yes.
All right, we're going to relax on him.
You seen Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin.
Jingling.
Jingling.
All right, cool.
Brother.
I forgot the name of the movie, but yeah, I saw that movie.
Oh shit!
I saw the movie.
Now,
So
see what I did.
Yeah, I see. So it kind of goes back to that mentality when they got older and then they had to live in the guy house.
Yeah.
So you had, as they call it in Malcolm X era, the house nigga, the slave nigga. So that's where we're at right now. It's like, I'm in the house. I got this. I got what you want. You need my pattern. You need my designer. You need all this, but I'm not giving it to you because I'm the house nigga. I'm better than you. No, you're going to figure it out on your own. You're going to figure master taking care of me. That's the mentality. So it's like, it's kind of more so like, I'm better than you, so I'm going to stay over here. You got to catch up to where I'm at. I scrubbed the feet long enough, so I'm in the house.
Right.
That's how, I'm telling you, this hater slash, what do they call it? Not a hater. Hold up. I'm sorry. It get deep.
It do. And the second point that I was trying to make, it was people think that fashion is a female dominated industry. Is not.
No.
Men gave me the hardest time. Like, the hardest time trying to, like, when it comes to photographers, dealing with photographers, videographers, they make it so hard for females to really be in this industry.
Because already, just from me thinking, you would think it's a female-dominated sport. Just the fact, women know how to sew, women know how to do hair, women know how to, you get what I'm saying? You know the aesthetics of everything. A man really doesn't know all that. You're going to know what piece goes with, you know, they just throw that shit on and that's that. So that's, of course, they're not going to want you involved in that. That's just how it is. That's just like you would think DJing is a male-dominated thing. It shouldn't be, and it's not, because some of the best DJs are females.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Spinderella, female. Like,
Salt and Pepper.
Oh, he knows that. He knows that. Wow.
He probably saw it on the Loving Hip Hop.
Yeah, he was watching one of them draws.
I grew up.
Give him some grace.
Come on, give
him some
grace,
man.
I'm more of an R&B cat, but I'm just saying.
Oh, there it is.
What?
No. I mean, what about you? I mean, we talked to them and we go through things and we've divulged into each and every aspect of it. Not necessarily DJing, but we've had our own battles with music wise and thinking that we have an ear from it, whether it's karaoke or what we did on Instagram Live once before. With the growing love of fashion and, you know, putting pieces together and going out and having an eye for certain things, especially with your fashion evolving every year. What challenges do you think you face when it comes to, like, the questions that we just asked them?
I would say, even working with kids, and when they see me in something that's different that they wouldn't wear, like, oh, that's gay, or it's more so, what do you got on? Right? In Philly, in general, every time I walk down the street, everybody got the same outfit on.
Correct.
It's the black Nike pants, the Nike Tech, like
Asics.
that's the whole
Yes.
Asics.
Ski mask.
Nobody is actually getting dressed in Philly. Besides our crew, like we know how to get dressed, but I don't see people really getting dressed and like, yo, putting that shit on. Like, or I hate when people gatekeep shit. Like,
That's what I'm talking about. That's the house in the field. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like my fashion evolved from my students. You know, sometimes when I see that student who dressed different from everybody else, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
You know, just like I told you, like, shout out to my student Paul, but he was like the first kid that was actually wearing like baggy pants, right? And I'm like, dog, like people be wearing fitted stuff. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try the baggy look. And then the baggy look became my look. And then like, yo, where you get these pants from? I always tell them. So I think my fashion is constantly evolving. Even my price range of what I want to buy or what I want to look like is constantly changing, because I felt like even from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, in the 70s, they were wearing like Metro, colorful clothing. People weren't afraid to try different things. I think when we got into the 80s, things starting to be more conservative, and people weren't experimenting with fashion. I just watched a TikTok where this guy who review fashion that I follow, his name Jared. But he sent me a TikTok video and just like, I'm like, yo, start doing more videos on male fashion, because I always see women's fashion, which that's a critique I have of you. Because I think men stuff get overlooked a lot. And I feel like people are not trying to make men's clothes. I just feel like it's just like, or you wear jeans and a t-shirt, but I be wanting to see, I want to wear things that people don't got on. You know, and I reached out to him. I was like, yo, like, can you start reviewing men's fashions? Because I want to know what's out there. I want to know. And he was like, honestly, it's not much out here. And designers are not really focusing on, men clothing, because of the homophobia that falls behind fashion. But, even basketball players and football players, back then, everybody wore they just regular shorts. Now it's like a statement just to walk in the locker room, right? But it's not, I feel like even for people growing up in Philly, I just feel like we're just looking at one particular thing, where they don't see a wide range of what men could actually wear.
Correct.
So I feel like with fashion, you have to take risks, even though it sets you aside from everybody else,
Okay.
But my critique of you, why we don't have more clothing for the men? What's going on?
So personally, I love women's fashion. That's my specialty. That's my comfort. I don't necessarily like doing men's fashion. And like you said, I hate to say it, but y'all, a lot of men are not willing to wear those yellows or those pinks. Like, they're not willing to try those patterns. Even the jacket that he got on right now.
That's hard, though.
It's hard. It's tough. I love the style, but your everyday man is not really willing to. They want the hoodie, the black hoodie, the white tee, polo tee. Like, they want it simple. So
it all depends. It all depends who you catering to, I think. Because to his point, even with the baggy pants, as y'all can see, I have them on. But how many 43-year-olds you gonna see with these on? Now, I adopted the style from a brother like you or a brother like him, and I'm walking the store. Oh, Jones fire. You know what? But can I get away with them? You know what? Let me put these on, because I'm not looking like the 19-year-old. Even down to the shoes. I always wanted to play Docs, and I'm like, can I get away with docs? But why am I asking myself, can I get away with these things? If I like them, put them on, and you wear them how you supposed to wear them.
Right.
That's it. And the how you supposed to wear them is if it's true to you, not to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the problem where we get side.
We look for validation in each other. I feel like that's a big part. Big part of it. It's like, if I wear this, I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
Rather than, I'm putting this, I don't care what the fuck nobody think of me.
But
I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah, but like you said, you looking for validation, but we looking for validation for
the wrong reasons.
Yeah, he may only have $20 in his pocket.
Right.
But just because, but
right,
you gotta be for real, for real.
Facts.
But he got that stuff on, and I'm like, is he gonna like it? And why am I worrying about him? Like I said, he got $20 left to his name, and I got 10 bands. Like, make it make sense.
Right.
You know what? If I like it, I'm buying it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing it. It doesn't matter. My homie be like, yo, bro, what you got on? I don't care. I'm wearing this. Right. And that's where, we lack at that. That's where we get killed with validation. We expect we looking for validation in all the wrong spots. And the only spot you should be looking for it is in yourself.
I think, like, for me personally, I think it comes from a place of being unaware of who you are as a person.
Correct.
So, like, for me, when it came down to music, with my abuela in New York, I knew that on Sunday, if she put on Kenny G, if Anita Baker came on, if Sade came on, it was time to clean up.
Correct.
So
That's the era.
Exactly.
It's the era.
But I also listened to George Michael a lot. And then I also listened to Boy George and everything. So it was
Culture Club.
Culture Club. It was crazy, but I knew that it was time to clean up. So that's what made me start to like music in the sense of listening to the beats. Like you said, listening to the beats to get a feel from it. Because if you listen to country, you can hear beats from like Run DMC or something.
Right.
They all pull from each other. So with music, it was, I wanted to listen to anything and everything. Because as you know, and everybody make fun of it, if I need something to motivate me, I can listen to music from Baltimore for the beats and everything that get my blood circulating going. That's my workout playlist. But then I got R&B, but then I'll listen to this person, and then I'll just listen to like opera or whatever the case may be, just to hear the horns and everything, the whatever mood that I'm in right now. When it came down to wanting music and everything, I remember growing up, I didn't know about vinyls until I was in Chad, the charter school, and we were in art class one day, and this is when I fell in love with vinyls and everything. Everybody know I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the greatest person in the world to me. We were in art class, and he had a vinyl, and it was the Jackson 5, and it was I Want to Be Where You Are, one of my favorite songs. So when he put it on and he started spinning it, that's why I have I have record players in my room right now. So then that's where I got that. I need a record player. I want to have those. And I remember going down to Market Street, and they was selling, it probably was $1 for every sleeve that you could get. But I remember like certain times they would allow me and they wouldn't. And I didn't know where to go. I didn't know of an outlet. When I came to this man, I'm like, how much? He said, I don't care. Just take them.
Right.
Like, that's his profession or whatever. But he was like, I could get more and all of that type of stuff. Like, I had Frank Ocean's Channel Orange that I want to get signed by Frank one day. But then I had DMX before he died, and he gave it to me that was in plastic and everything perfect. Like the gold trimming and everything. And it was like, yo, when I was in New York, they gave me this, but he gave it to me. So I like had it framed and everything. And it's like, he never gatekeeped, as we said. I feel like when you gatekeep, or when you go through what you're going through where people want to give you a hard time or pull your chain or just be assholes, it's because you don't have the confidence. When it comes down to music, when it comes down to fashion and entertainment, like you said, you don't know somebody who's going to want to put on that yellow or that pastel or that pink. But if you have the confidence within yourself, it doesn't matter what nobody else thinks, because when it comes to sneakers or looking out for anybody, I don't care. I get you a discount and everything. I don't want nothing in return, because in my mind, I know, as confident as I am, we both had the same thing on. But my thoughts on how I got dressed and how I feel is not going to be the same as yours, because I know how I personally feel. You're not going to be in the same realm as me or whatever. So, where did you get this? How did you create that sweatshirt? Because I like that sweatshirt. Me, I'm already thinking in my head, with those, I might have put on some white jeans, because I don't care if it's December, I'm going to wear white jeans because I want to be different. I'm going to put on my navy blue Pradas, but I'm going to put on a Yankees hat right here because I'm from New York. And I might put a flannel around my my waist or whatever, but I like that shirt right there because it's navy blue. Where did you get this from? If she give me a hard time or whatever the case may be, for what? because then when you go about this process, when you find the manufacturer or get this, then they're gonna hate on you regardless. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So I didn't want to give you no information, right? Because I don't want you to be competition for me. But then when you start to succeed and all that, then it was like, well, damn. Then what you get? Oh, but she asked me first. Y'all bigging her up and y'all buying her clothes, but she asked me where to get it from. Ain't this some why you so bitter? Why you so upset about a situation? Because you don't have that confidence in yourself. If somebody challenges you to say, well, you made that, this is how I would do it, that got you thinking, that got your motors running like, damn, they might be on my ass, they might be competition. So let me step my game up. Let me go one step further to evolve so I'm not complacent. I feel like our city, well, y'all city, New York, I mean Philadelphia. I feel like Philadelphia shows sign of complacency because they go with what's the normal, what's so easy. I remember nobody wore New Balances. And I was working in Sneaker Villa before it became DTLR. Little Uzi put on New Balances. I promise you that whole summer we sold out because Uzi had on those New Balances. People been stopped wearing Dickies. Oh, you was corny if you started wearing Dickies. Now everybody wear Dickies because you got to wear Dickies with G Fazos. New York, we called them Uptowns.
When did
they was white
Air
on white?
Forces become G Fazos?
And how did a Philadelphia sneaker, which is the Air Force, get the nickname of a Chicago rapper?
Because it's crazy.
Glazing.
When I was coming up, high school era, we had our own style. Guess jeans, pencil pockets,
exactly.
polo shirts, Timbs.
Perfect.
Air Force Ones, whether it was the high top ones
Mids,
or low top,
straps, everything. Yep.
I guess to your point, we adapt styles from hip hop. You see the rapper on the awards, what he got on, and then all of a sudden they got it at the store. You didn't see it 2 days until he hit the stage. He was like, oh shit, what are those? Now they got him at the store as soon as you walk to the mall. So that was how we got dressed. We got dressed through MTV, BET, TV, whatever we seen. That's how you probably mimic certain styles, or that's just how it was. It's a culture thing. And now I think Philly, we losing our stamp because we're following after Chicago people.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you know, New Balances are from Baltimore.
I went to school in Bmore.
Okay.
So when I went there, I saw everybody in New Balances. I'm like, people wear New Balances? And when everybody got on the wave, I said, Bmore been
doing that years ago.
And that's when I knew about DTLR, because that was their store.
It's called Downtown Locker Room.
Yeah,
they were doing that in 01, bro.
Yes.
They were doing
that. Still was doing it when I went to college in 2011.
Yeah, they were doing that then.
They still do it to this day.
That's their stomping ground. New Balance, what is this? Under Armour, and something else they wear. I can't think right off top, but that's all Bmore DC. Now we like, oh, we're doing that.
Nah,
we're adopting that. We
don't have
little shiesty masks. They've been out eons ago. It's funny because clothing brands like what is the one with the little ball, look like an ice cream cone? What is this? Oh Lord, one of these rich brands.
Not ALO or like
no, not nothing like that. It's actually a ski brand.
Moose.
No.
No.
It's like a circle.
Like an upside down ice cream cone, right?
Yeah.
Like that one.
What is that?
It might be. It's not Moose.
It's Moose. I like it's Moose Knuckles or something like that. Yeah, it's Moose Knuckles.
I thought it was something else. No, Neef always wears it. What is this? I can't even think of one of these brands. It's one of these ski brands anyway. But they've been doing that stuff for years. It's almost like North Face and all. It's one of them big brands. I can't think. No, now I got to look on my phone.
Gotcha.
Now it's getting there. Montclair.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Montclair.
Sunday. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looks like ice cream.
Sunday.
I don't know. That's rich money for my blood.
It's crazy where we talk about originality, and how I feel like Philly doesn't have any type of originality. We are stealing from other cities. And like my brother over there said, I think we're getting to the point, a lot of people don't know themselves, right? Do you remember the last scene in Flight, the movie Flight?
Who was in it?
Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah, when the drunk.
Yeah.
All right.
So the most I thought was the most powerful scene was the ending where his son was like, "Who are you?" And then the movie cut off. I felt like that scene was so powerful because it's like when you look back and a question like that is asked, you like, damn, who am I? Like, and I felt like in Philly, I think a lot of people do not know who they are. They're trying to be other people.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was just a thought that I had in my head.
No, that's real talk.
You know, I still to this day been like, damn, I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, who are you?
Can you answer that?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I know who I am and at this current moment and stage in my life right now. Yeah.
Because you evolve
So
every trip. Because it just took me to this age now to really know who I am. To know what I like. To understand what I don't like.
Right.
Who I may not want to be around. You know, things of that nature. And it comes with I ain't gonna say age. It comes with experience.
Trials and tribulations.
Exactly. So you in life, you know, you will go through those steps.
Right.
You know, so that's man, I gotta look back at that. That's crazy.
That scene stuck to me. When the movie first came out and I went to go see it and I'm like, dang, that was like powerful. Even though people was like, that's stupid. And I was like, no, that was actually,
you gotta pay attention.
Yeah, you got to pay attention.
So to go off of that, we brought up the aspect of, you know, the movie with the child asking who you are. When you think about who you are, you have to dig deep into yourself. And you just made a point to which I've been working on protecting my peace as well. So, you know, I'm 2 years younger than you. So at this great age, because I tell everybody, I used to lie about my age and say I was younger. Now I tell you in a heartbeat, I was born in the great year of 1984. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to say it like that because I know how old I am. But to figure out who I am, what I like and what I don't like, who I don't want to be around, to be able to say no with confidence and not feel guilty about it means a lot in growing up. And shout out to my nurse at my school, Nurse Abbott. She's in school, you know, to further her degree, get her master's and everything with nursing. And she comes up with these questions for her classes, for college classes, where she has to be diverse and has to ask men and women certain things. And she wanted to talk to me about a question that I want to ask you guys because it's within the scope that we're talking about right now. It's a female's question and a male's question. Okay. So she wanted to know, and somebody on Instagram is doing this, but I've never seen it before. So the female aspect is the first part. Should a female want to date or marry somebody based off of the stability of being financially stable because her dad gave her that mentality? I.e., with your daughter, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to be able to love them unconditionally like you do, because they can go to their dad for anything and everything. And if like you can't get it right now, you got it yesterday because you will make a way for them.
Correct.
So you don't. No man is going to be able to match your level.
No.
But you want that man to be able to walk down a path that can make you feel comfortable enough to say, baby girls, y'all can be with him because I see something in him to say, I can let my guard down just a little bit to trust him. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So should a woman want to date a man who will make sure that she's financially stable, and that not financial in a broad scope of saying a woman shouldn't have to take out the trash. A woman shouldn't have to try to fix a sink or get something done like that. A woman shouldn't have to do certain things that it should automatically be in the man's head to do, right? That's the female's aspect. But then she spun it around and said, should a male grow up wanting to be with a woman who can cater to him and take care of him the way his mom can, i.e. making sure the household things are done, making sure his food, because there's men who can cook, there's men who could clean, there's men who can provide and do, there's men who could do their daughter's hair and make sure that your daughter looks very well and groomed and everything, edges and all of that, to go to school looking presentable. God forbid mom went on vacation or mom was sick or mom had to work overnight and wasn't there in the morning. There's men who can do that. But in a female's perspective, should you want your son to be with a woman who you feel confident enough to say, like Martin Payne, with Gina and mom, well, I want to make sure that my son is 100% taken care of and don't got to come running back to me because you as a woman are able to do this, or you as a man are able to provide to be the protector, which we in our DNA are supposed to be when it comes to the females aspect. So I wanted to get like your perspective on that, since we're trying to figure out who we are and, getting to a certain age to understand what you like, what you don't like, and what you're going to accept.
That's a good question.
That is. That's a really good
That's a loaded question, but it's a good question.
Do the woman one again.
So the female one, right?
Yes.
So for females, do you feel as though you have to marry into a relationship where the man is going to be able to take care of you financially, to where as though you can venture off and you can have these opportunities to grow your brand and everything because he has your back financially?
Yes.
Where you can become a power team in the challenges that may face. Because we also know the dark side of that, meaning some men use that as control. If I'm paying for everything, if I'm paying all the bills and all that, you got to do what I say. So how do you feel about that aspect?
So I would say yes to that, but I also feel like a woman should just always have her own career, her own money, her own thing. But you do want to be with a man that can financially provide. Like, I feel like if that's not the case, the dynamic is going to be off. Like, no woman wants to be with a man that's going to sit there and let her struggle, or just I just like no woman want to be with a man like that. Like, it breeds resentment in the end. So it's like, no, absolutely not. Like, yes, women want to be with somebody that can financially provide.
Do you think if this was you in that place, would you go into this thinking, if he's not close to my dad, or if he can't do for me what my dad did for me, then he's not the one? Are you willing to give a chance, or are you willing to go based off of that notion? Because that growing up, your dad provided and gave you anything and everything. And mind you, I'm just saying in general, no disrespect or full transparency. I'm not sure if your dad was in your life, but
so
in that hindsight.
To answer that question, right? My biological father passed when I was young.
Okay.
My uncle is dad for me.
Gotcha.
Father-daughter dance, graduations.
Everything, yep.
Still to this day, something wrong with my car, he's the first person I'm calling. Certain principles and morals, I would say yes. On the financial side, no woman wants a project. Like, I wouldn't want a project, but correct. You have to come bringing something to the table. I might can deal with a little, like, you may not have all the funds, but you got the motivation, the ambition, and the plan. Okay, so then we can move forward in that because we can build it up. But if you just flat out broke, I've been in a situation like that before where I was in a relationship with somebody who moved in with me, everything. Couldn't provide, couldn't pay, couldn't do nothing. I'm the breadwinner. I'm out going to go get another job to support us. It ended up me putting him out and resent him. So it's like, at this grown big age of 30 now, like I'm 30 years old. So where I'm at right now, you have to come financially together.
Got you.
Yes.
And you talked about the principles and,
the morals that
come with it. As a dad of females growing up, especially with the way the world is going right now, what's that conversation going to look like when you're talking to them on, like you set up everything for them. So they have a future and everything. And, they're going to have trust funds and everything ready for college. And you're going to prepare them to go down this path. But, of course, God gave us free will.
Yeah.
So we also have to be respectful and understanding of the fact that, my daughter may choose to go this way or go that way. Even though dad said it's a hole right there, don't go. Dad, I'm going to go down that way and I'm falling that hole. What's that conversation? I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on you because we're not going to bring the devil into a situation.
Listen,
but what would that conversation be like for you?
Well, my oldest daughter she'll be 19 in February. So, we already walked past the small time boyfriends, things of that nature. And I'm totally open with my daughters. Definitely my oldest because she can understand more. My middle is like 14, even though she's getting into, the understanding about what's going on. But I'm more so, I'm a realist. Listen, dad ain't gonna be here forever. Take heed in what I say and, try to learn from what I'm doing, whether that's, again, taking the trash out, changing a light bulb, seeing what wrench goes with what, you know, even down to their mom, shout out to their mom, you know, putting beds together, things of that nature, you know, because she learned from her father. Just for the simple fact that I'm not trying to raise them like boys, but I want them to not depend on no one.
Gotcha.
You know, I told my daughter before, you know, whatever you get in life, excuse me, you know, when a million years from now, you know, when I go to glory, let's just say that whatever you get from what I give you, you know, if you don't break that down with your husband or whoever, I don't care. That is your sole control. But just understand that this is your life and you have to guide and control it. So for the simple fact that when my mother passed away, you know, I knew that everything that was going on as far as the house and, you know, all that was within the family, you know, for me to break down and take care of business. It wasn't more so me just hiding it and then guiding and being like, no, you can't do that. I got my money. You can't do, you know, it wasn't one of those things, because then that's when you start controlling things.
Correct.
And I don't want things like that to be had, definitely with the kids. And when it comes to your other question, which you was asking about, should a woman, what was you saying, like cater to the man and all that?
Right. So like, and I do want you to answer, but I want you to answer because of, you know, the relationships and everything that you go through. Do you want to be in a relationship whereas though you can come home to meals and get your clothes washed and all of that, and you can depend on her? You've been independent for so long. You get what I'm saying? Do you feel as though, and I know for you as well, DJ Hip Hop Head 215, I know that for a long time you had that independency as well, because you can do everything. You're a Swiss Army knife, to which we all should be a Swiss Army knife. That's how you're raising your daughters to be a Swiss Army knife. But you know, you have that person to come home to, whereas though one of them days when you know your feet hurt and you want to put your feet up on the table, you got that person who's going to nurture you, and you be like, damn, I got to do this. All right, got it. All right, it's taken care of. Do you want to get into a relationship with that, or do you think it should be on the equal playing field? Because we had this conversation before.
Honestly, I'm gonna be totally transparent. Honestly, so I don't know if y'all remember Jasmine Sullivan Hoax Tales album.
Yes.
Grammy award winning album.
Yes.
And one of her friend's stories was discussing, like, you know, I can't be with someone who's broke. She can't be with a man that's broke. Because she know what it's like to have nothing, you know. And I felt like I understood where she came from. I grew up in a single family home. My mom, 7 of us, she did it all by herself. So just to see her struggle in life, and I'm the first in my family to go to college, to graduate.
Shout out.
First generation. So, you know, like, I like to protect what I have. And I see a lot of like, men should do this because that's what was told from, you know, centuries ago, or that's
passed
what,
down.
you know, passed down. And I just feel like times are not like that. You know, like back then, you know, the men went to work while the women took care of the household. Right now, especially in today's society, we need 2 incomes to survive. So the fact that, you know, and I hate having these conversations where celebrities are having these conversations, because y'all are not everyday people. So the fact that they have these conversations, it's like, yes, if I was a millionaire, of course, I probably would take care of everything. But everyday people who's making, you know, salaries, you need 2 incomes, especially if you have children involved. So I'm afraid, I'm gonna be honest, I'm afraid of being broke because of a female, or if I have a child with someone, the female being, so I make a good amount of money, she's gonna take what I have just because of the greed, or to satisfy her lifestyle. And I'm afraid of being broke because I grew up being broke. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's just like, resonates to me differently because, you know, even, you know, this man was criticized a lot, Kevin Samuels, and he made some good points.
He made a lot of valid points.
Because that, I forgot what he said, like that, like gold status, platinum status in regards to men income. Like a black man making this amount of money and he's single, he's seen as a platinum guy, right? And when that platinum guy deals with someone of a lower status, right, it's potentially he's going to fall in a different status because of, you know, they're not connecting well, they're not co-parenting well, and being so he has more money, he's going to be dishing out most of his income to child support. You know, I also don't believe in child support. I feel like if you're an active father, then there should not be child support involved, right? And I kind of agree with him in terms of, hey, I'm all about love and, you know, loving who you want to love, but I also feel like date within your tax bracket, right? Because when you date within your tax bracket, you know, if I'm dating somebody in my same tax bracket and we have a child and it don't work, nobody's asking for child support because we know, like, all right, if our child going to private school, we already know we're going to go half, right? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But it's like more so of when you're dating somebody at a lower status, it's more so it's like, what can you do for them? Right? And even the conversation about 50-50 looks different for everybody. It's not, I don't look at it as in, you know, half and half. I look at it in, hey, maybe I'll just pay the mortgage and you just take care of the, you know, the small bills, right? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like, you know, I was watching this TikTok the other day and she was talking about how she don't really, you know, talk about her relationship as much because of, you know, even though they post on social media, but they don't talk about some of the roles that they have in place. Like she actually takes out the trash. You know, she was like, the reason why, because social media and people have all these opinions. Oh, my man will never do this. My woman will never do this. But it's more so whatever works in your household, you know, more power to you. That's what's in your household. You shouldn't have an opinion about what somebody else is doing. But I felt like the whole conversation with social media is like the men. And it's like, for me, I feel like it's like the woman is constantly taking, because if you're constantly taking from the man, how is the man going to even try to build even more?
Correct.
Because you're constantly taking. So it's like, you're cooking and cleaning, but again, it's like LeBron, he has Savannah and Savannah taken care of, but she also have her business venture. She also have her own identity. So when we even have these conversations about, like, you know, Steph Curry and his wife, and, you know, a lot of people criticize, you know, Steph Curry's wife, Aisha, but she is actually talking about like real life experience that I feel like a lot of women try to discredit her, because she didn't want kids, but she has kids, and now she's dealing with the reality of like, how do I branch off with a famous guy, right? I'm dealing with the children and branching off and finding my own identity in that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I feel like you want your partner to be able to have their own lane and things like that, but you also, and I feel this from Steph Curry, he never comments on it because it's more so like she has her own platform, right? And I feel like what social media is doing today, it's like you're either on this side or this side, right? Rather than like, yo, Steph Curry is with her till this day. Their marriage is, well, I shouldn't be commenting on something that I can't really relate to, or it's more so like we shouldn't be criticizing people who lifestyles are a little different than ours, or it shouldn't be men everything or the women everything. It should just be like, yo, honestly, I'd rather have an independent woman. And I ain't gonna lie, it would be a little different for me. To your question, it would be a little different because I've been independent all my life. So if a woman does come in, you know, I would definitely need her to cook. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the best cooker. But it's more so like whatever she's going to bring something to the table, and then we are going to build together. I think that's the point that people are missing, and it's not about what the men should be able to do or what the woman should be able to do. Because if my woman make more money than me, I'll be proud of that, to be honest, right? My 50-50 might be a little, our 50-50 might be a little different, you know? Long as we're not looking down at each other and it's like, oh, I make the most money. You got to treat your relationship like she's the equal in your life. Because when we start talking about, all right, you know, I'm the man in relationship, I pay for everything, then it leads away from the relationship at hand. Is this your woman? Is this your wife? Is this your husband? And everything is becoming transactional rather than about love, correct, marriage, what you fall in love for, and about building your family. Now it's about money. What can you do for me? And I feel like that's why I sometimes shy away from that conversation, is because, like, yeah, I'm afraid of being broke, but I want to be with somebody that can actually build, and we could build together to have our kids. I struggle most of my life, so that's why I don't have no kids. Like, I want to make sure if I bring a child in this world, I can make sure that their lives are as easy as peasy, right? We work hard just to make sure that the next generation after us is good. I don't want my kids struggling, right? So I think sometimes when we have these conversations, nobody looking at the bigger picture of it all. Is just transactional. Correct. I know that was a lot.
No,
but
listen.
Listen,
straight to the point.
So, as the only female on this daily, how do you feel in regards to that? Like, with everything, that scope, the independence, the nurturing aspect, the motherly aspect, the filling out shoes that, you know, you might not want to put on the muumuu or roll in these slippers and go do this, and that. You might want to be the one who got your stilettos on and you put on a suit and you go out there. How do you feel about that in that aspect?
Well, me personally, I always envisioned myself doing both. And I think that's just because being raised by my grandmother, I seen her do everything. Like, she was independent. She didn't really have men around us. Like, that was a no for her. If she did have her little friends, we didn't see them. Mm-hmm. So I watched her hustle. I watched her get up and work. I just watched her do it all. So for me, it's like I was raised to be an independent woman. But then with my uncle being in and out of jail and things like that, even though he did what he could, and especially when he got out, he definitely was there for us and showed up, you know, for me and my siblings, and me more so than anything. I feel like women should you should do both. You should have your own identity, your own hustle, your own go to work, do your own thing, but still come home and cater to your man, be soft for your man. I feel like this generation, well, I guess I'm kind of in it, but it's a little bit difficult because I feel like the women, especially in Philly, are super aggressive. So they're not trying to cook and clean. They're really not trying to do all that. So I do think a woman should have that good balance of both. Yeah. Because when it comes to the 50-50 debate, I'm a part of that. Like, I wouldn't mind going half with my man because I feel like you're not going to put me out. Like, I need my name with something. Like, thinking crazy, you're going to put me out. So I'm cool with the 50-50 aspect. But as a woman that is always grinding and always on the move, it is nice to have a man, you know, I got it. Don't worry. You don't got to worry about that. Just be a sweet, you know, soft princess. Like, that feel nice too. So
I got you.
Just when Khalif, right?
What?
The not you. I'm talking about comedian.
Yeah.
When he was on here, you know, he was talking about how he likes to be catered to. He likes flowers. He likes.
Oh, that's a bit.
He
much.
likes
Gifts.
getting
Spontaneous
gifts.
and all that.
You know,
Going
the
out on
same
dates.
shit. You know, because I feel like we're it's like Mother's Day.
Yeah,
It's like the whole
we're not celebrated enough.
yeah, and I feel like men is always like, you get some pussy and that's fine. You know, that's the gift. And it's just like, dog, we want to be appreciated as well. And we want the same gifts, maybe vacation, you know. So when I be seeing certain things on social media of what, you know, where it's healthy relationships, where it's not like a give and take thing, but it's on both sides of the spectrum. I feel like that's important to have because men also want to be appreciated. You know,
Hold on.
I'm not.
Because my thing is, the men now, they want to be courted. Like they want you to make the move
He
first.
don't know what that mean. He too young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the men want you to make the move first. You to ask them out on the dates. Like they want that now. Like,
do you feel that way? Because honestly, I feel like
we had this little debate a little bit at Val dinner.
Yes, but I also feel like women, and we had this at the dinner table. So I feel like women go for the same man over and over again. So y'all, I'm not saying y'all, women go, oh, I want a man that does this, that can provide. But when they have that man in front of them, quote unquote, if he's not a hood nigga, you know, y'all women are arguing about, oh, that's my baby daddy, and fighting over the same nigga that has multiple kids with multiple women. And y'all think since he's with you right now, y'all gonna have a different result.
But y'all don't want to be Russell Wilson either. Y'all don't want to be. It's looked at y'all being soft and catering to your woman or the girl that you like is considered being a sucker or corny for a lot of men.
For a lot of men, I think, from what I see on social media and this era that we in now, is just like, oh, we're in the sassy era. Y'all, I feel like the biggest thing that I see a lot in black women is always putting gay on the black man. And I feel like it's like, we can't have a conversation because it's you sassy. And it's like, dog, like, why that gotta be the first route? Or why we can't just have a conversation? It's just like, I feel like in some ways, it's like I feel like men don't even have an outlet with women nowadays, because it's like, y'all too feminine, y'all too soft, y'all need to harden up. And it's just like, damn, like, at least we supposed to be like that with our woman, right? And when we hear stuff like that, it's just like, it pushes us away, because damn, I feel like as men, we all got to be one certain way, and we all not like that. So I feel like there's a lot of women out here that want different results, but deal with the same type of dude every time.
I personally feel like it's the verbiage that's used. The verbiage being used because somebody calls you sassy or something. Okay, that's a vocabulary word. Just like we deal with kids who say, oh, I'm triggered, you target me. Bullying, it's not. Bidding is not bullying. You know, redirecting you to tell you that I see potential in you, so I'm going to continuously every day tell you to get your shit together. That's not targeting. Sassy because you express yourself is not being sassy. You want them to just shut up and not say nothing. Now you mute. Now you cold. Now you don't give me the time of day. You don't care no more. Or you act in a certain type of way. You don't love me because you don't never want to communicate. When I do communicate, now I'm sassy because I move my hands around, because I make emphasis with my face. Do you want me to curse at you? You want me to tell you shut the fuck up and listen? Or do you want me to say, listen, like, you doing too much, like, go ahead with yourself? Like, we got to pick and choose our battles. And I think the society that we in right now, we don't know how to pick and choose our battles because we go off of what's the easiest thing to do. Whether you call it glazing, whether you call it following after somebody else, or what you saw on TV or the norm, that's what we are. It's a society full of social media, TV, and following after them. And I mean, it's corny, but once again, you have to have that confidence within yourself to know who you are. Somebody calls you sassy, okay. Say another word. What's the definition? Give me a synonym for say. You can't say that. All right, then shut up because you get your English up. But I wanted to ask you, not to you know, divulge from you, but I wanted to ask you, not necessarily being a breadwinner, but you know the man that you are, right?
Yeah.
You know the house, the stable household that you got. You know the support. You are Superman, but you got your Wonder Woman.
Correct.
As you continuously grow and as you take on these obstacles and you face these new challenges and you surmount those and you have aspirations for your own self. I mean, you want an Emmy. Like you say in the beginning of the show, talk your shit. Stand on it. You know, brag about yourself because you can't pat yourself enough on the back. Oh, now you conceited. No, you're not conceited. You're confident.
Yeah.
Because you did some crazy ass shit that nobody else has done, which you've set a blueprint. So if a lot of people start to mimic this, it's like, damn, I gave the blueprint for this. I was the cornerstone for this. So now I'm happy because my vision is going around and multiple people doing it. That's ultimately making a change.
Right.
So now that you've reached this level and you know you have so many ideas in your head and there's so many more things that you could do as a philanthropist, do you feel like with your status growing, do you feel like you should be catered to more? Or do you feel like you got your lane in your household and you know the man that you are, you know what Breezy is for you and she has her own lane and she's aspiring to do all of these type of things and eventually y'all gonna continuously go down this path to go up? Or do you feel like this has put you to another level? And the only reason why I say this, and I know the answer because I know you, but for the viewers, the Smartians and everybody on this deity, they may not know you as well, but a certain arrogance could come from this. Because we can laugh and joke, but if that was the case, the Emmy could have been right there instead of them. I'd have kicked that microphone off the table and put my Emmy right there. Like that's me. You get what I'm saying? You have the right to have that arrogance.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, how do you hone in on the beauty that your grandma taught you, that your family provided for you, to say, yeah, I got this Emmy, but it's not enough. I want more, and I'm going to continue to keep myself humble and walk down the path that I'm supposed to.
I'm definitely keeping myself humble, 100%. Not because of what society wants me to be. It's because we're not done yet. We still got mountains and we still got boulders to move out the way. We still climbing, and that comes from personal and business. You know, I can never shine on. That's like me saying I'm shining on her because I got an Emmy and she doesn't. No, I'm gonna show you how to get this. If I got the blueprint. Now I can help y'all get it. Right. Now I got the blueprint. You know, so when you start acting high and mighty, you blocking your blessings straight from the door. So now it should be no roof, no ceiling. Now I'm capped off because I'm getting cute. Nah, I ain't going on their podcast. I want an Emmy. Who are they? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's dudes like that.
Right. Absolutely. Or
Dudes
want a
like
fee.
That. Or want a fee. Even down to, excuse me, the question that you had asked about the catering and things of that nature. No, if we both work a 9 to 5, I work 7 days a week. That's from DJing and all. 7 days a week. Still in the house, cooking, cleaning, shopping for the kids, vice versa, same way she is. It doesn't matter. Nobody's bigger than this program. Yes, I've been independent as a kid. That's how, it was. I learned from grandma. I learned how to do certain things just off of her. But at the same token, I don't expect for me to come home and say, here's the dinner. The clothes are folded. I washed everything in the house. I don't expect that. That's not reality. This is not Brady Bunch. Now, me, I'm crazy. I do that. That's just me. I come in the crib, work clothes still on. I'm washing dishes. I'm doing because I have an OCD of that. That's no disrespect to no one. Not to my household, not to anybody. I'll be a chicker. Yo, bro. Nah, come on, man. We ain't doing this. That's just, I can't sit down and watch the movie if it ain't clean. That's just me. But this is not who I am as an adult. I've been this way since a kid. So again, this is the part of knowing yourself. Certain things that came with me. I know myself from that. Everything you ain't gonna know yourself from back then, but certain things you will. So no, to answer your question, no, I don't think nobody should come home expecting things. This is not 1942.
You're right.
Women have the same equal rights just as men. And what I mean by that, I don't mean just politically. I mean in the household. It's funny. A lot of times what people use, what do they say? What do they call? What do they say? Head of household? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's no such thing as head of household. You know what it is? We the foundation.
Right.
Because how you gonna be the head without the foundation? You on one side, I'm on one side. We holding that shit up.
Right.
That's the foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that also goes into, even the next topic. I feel like I love when my people are doing great. Like, it just gives me, it brings joy to me. So when I see, a lot of these Black creators getting these endorsement deals and stuff like that, and being in these high rise and being in these high rises and the penthouses, that makes me feel good about myself. I'm like, dog, I know it's possible for me. So, even hearing Tasha Smith, actor, director,
I actually met her.
Oh, for real? And I just like watching her interviews because she just seems like a genuine person.
You know why? We're talking about Tasha Smith from Camden. Right?
Yes.
I met her. I was DJing there on Vanity Grand. And because she's like the producer and director of P Valley.
Yeah, P Valley. Yeah.
So I didn't know at the time that she was down there just scoping strip clubs to get ideas.
Right.
So she was in there early. The girls was in there, just starting to get ready and things of that nature. This is probably like a year before P Valley hit. I actually have a picture with her in my phone. I'll send it to G later. Yeah. And she was there and she's just walking around like regular, like as close as you are to me, like loud, down to earth, like literally Camden. Yeah. And I was like, come on, let's do a picture. She's talking about, give me one damn minute, boy. Like you would have thought she known me for 20 years. So I'm like, here, we're going to get the guy to take the picture. Nigga, turn the thing around. We're going to do a damn selfie. So she grabbed like behind my neck and took the picture. And she was like, now I got some work to do, nigga. And And I was just like, yo, she was awesome just for that, because she made you feel like she didn't give you, oh, I'm bougie, I'm celebrity. Yeah. She gave you, listen, I'm from across the water over here. So everything I'm going to say is genuine so you can relate. And so I know what you're saying just off of that interview.
Just watching her interviews and just talking about uplifting each other.
Exactly.
And I think that's the main part I'm trying to make, is just like, we have more power in the numbers if we all look out for each other.
Yeah.
We have this crabs in the barrel mentality. And I just feel like sometimes, even, people criticize Dr. Umar, but, he be speaking facts. He be speaking the facts about like how powerful the black dollar is and how, we don't take advantage of like, there's a community right here, and we could do an event together and actually like think bigger picture rather than like, yo, you gotta pay me this, and rather than building together. And I think that's the part I'm trying to make, where it's just like we have strength in numbers if we stop being competitive with each other, and she talks about, the people she's around and how she try to put people in place and things like that. She said, like she said, I don't know about, I love everybody and I'm trying to make everybody win. I think we need to get to that point of just having everyone win, and I think even with Philly in general, we just not winning much is because we have this competitive outlook on everything. So
well, it only takes a couple. So once you start, if you have just say 300 people and everybody's in the same goal, eventually everybody's going to go to that road. The same way, like you were speaking earlier, the way you dress, you probably could have been the first boy wearing pants like that and shirts like that and shoes like that. And then somebody else saying, wear that. Because really it's in them. They just don't want to they man is gangster, so they don't want him to know that they like them.
Right.
But then when he wear him, boy, that's gangster. Yo, I was gonna get them as well. And it's always like that. It's like a domino effect. You know, how many times did you go to wherever you get your blanks from, and the person that told you no 1,000,000 times or tried to get you to spend, you seen them in line as you was picking your box up, and they like, damn, she here?
Yeah.
Oh, she found out. No, I'm on the same type time. Now, hey girl, how you doing? Like, it's that vibe, man.
No,
and this the last point I want to make is, you know, we have to do better in the Black community in raising our children. Like,
correct.
So when I see Black families raising, you know, it takes, you know, the most valuable thing you can give your child is time.
Exactly.
Right. And I feel like we're missing that aspect of it and actually educating our kids about certain things rather than being ignorant. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
But, you know, I really feel like as a community, if we could do better and just educating one another and actually have an open mindset of other cultures, other things, and stop being so hateful, we could get somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
With that being said, as we wrap up, I felt like a lot was learned today, a lot was expressed, and we got to see different point of views and perspectives. Me, you know, meeting you and understanding where you come from and understanding, you know, what drives you, your motivation for, you know, your lane that you are carving yourself. You're niching, sewing yourself, and for the simple fact that you are 30 with the mindset of someone who has so much wisdom and have come before you. I know your grandma could say that you were here before. And, you know, everything that you are aspiring to do in regards to, you know, the hustle, the mentality, and also staying grounded and leveled with who you are as a woman when you find that partner, if you're not already with somebody, or, you know, just striving to better yourself. And then, of course, me knowing you forever and just to see all the accolades that you have that, you know, I like to sit back and watch, or I added him on just to see everybody who is rooting for you. Because sometimes we don't have those people rooting for, but rooting for you in a genuine way to pray for you or to pray over you. And that's something as simple as, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to support you, anything and everything. I don't got the money, but I'm going to clap for you. I'm going to repost this just because I might have this one celebrity that see it that can put you to the next level. Like your homegirl from Fox who with Channel 6 who might have went to the same college or HBCU as you. You know what? This is a dope ass concept. Let me look out for this too. You know, talking about situations from your trials and tribulations, how you grew up with the aspect of, you know, working with grandmom as a social worker in the city, understanding that it's kids that are homeless, but you're playing with them like you know, your best friends. And we deal with this with kids who come to school who don't have no food to eat or don't got the clothes or whatever, and we look out for them. And everything that was said today, we've learned when it comes to movies and, you know, how we grew up, why we watched this movie, why we didn't, how it correlates to our lives when it comes to the music and the entertainment, and who was our motivation for fashion, or what has helped us drive the force that we are when it comes to our families to be able to grow and be able to talk up here confidently to say, hey, this is an opportunity that I had. I had $97. I had 3 t-shirts and I had a one-piece bathing suit, but look where I'm at right now. And I'm still willing to grow, and I'm still willing to take ideas and everything. Or for you to say, listen, I DJ'd, and you can name a celebrity, and I was with them. I was on the stage with your Method Man who empowering all of that. Or I was with Foxy Brown or Trina and all of that type of stuff. Yeah, I did that, and it was fun for me. But I also did a house party 2 days ago that had 700 people, and it was the craziest house party I ever had because I had so much fun. And I'll get out there and electric slide and wobble with you, right? But then, let me go. We got Wawa and Hers about to get this food out for these kids who come into this football game, but they might not go home and get nothing to eat.
Correct.
Guess what?
I seen
that. You provided them food. You get what I'm saying?
That.
And now you got somebody coming from Houston just to come down, just to shake your hand and say, damn, I want to be in the game. Maybe I'll get in the game next year, but you know what? This is a dope ass concept. So let me just be out here and support you in this cold weather, or to watch other people play flag football just because, damn, I wish I could have did that, but I didn't have the right resources or the outlets to do this. So let me follow in your footsteps, you know? And I felt like we learned from this, and this this has helped our podcast evolve
Yeah,
because we're getting different
absolutely,
perspectives and
absolutely.
everything.
Yes.
So, I really appreciate you guys. We're going to get your handles and everything to make sure that when we tag it and we post this,
Yeah.
you guys know, and, to move forward venture-wise with, whatever events and everything that you got going on. And when you finally want to make a sweatshirt for a dude and stop being selfish,
Oh,
It's funny because I want to know what's next for you guys. Like, what do y'all have coming up? So before we end, I want to know what's going on. What do you have? I know you said you're dropping a clothing line, another
collection.
Yeah,
Yes.
another collection.
So I'm dropping like a sneak peek preview of my collection for Black Friday. It's inspired by I guess you could say I called this year my Janae Aiko year, just with the peace, light, and love vibe that was going on for me. I focused on my health and wellness. So it's ready to wear mixed with athleisure wear. So I'll be dropping that in November, and then I'm getting ready for Fashion Week in February. I'll be showcasing my brand on New York in Fashion Week. So I'm working on New York. Listen, so yeah, I'm just getting ready for that. And that's pretty much it for me right now.
Equip.
Well, of course, just DJing a lot, definitely getting these weddings in. But far as on the business side of things, just getting ready to start speaking at these schools first of the year. Definitely Pull Flags will be in our 10th year this May. So big celebration. We pulling out all the stops on this one, but just focusing on dealing with the youth. Definitely tapping in with them in the schools about mental health. Definitely about stop holding back, sharing their story, and somebody is always where they was or where they are. Just for the simple fact, like you said, some of these kids barely have stuff to eat. Just trying to get the resources out there. That's it, to help any and everybody. But other than that, thank y'all for definitely having me. It's been a great.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah,
appreciate
the whole nine. This is great.
Shout out to Philly Podcast Space. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you for always being patient with us, and for the Smartians, thank y'all for tuning in. Next episode, we're gonna dive into some deeper issues and some other topics or whatever. But you guys stay tuned for that, and we will let y'all know when we are dropping this and airing this. Till then, we appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks.
y'all.
Bye.